Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Moise.
Okay, so let us start. My name is Sulaiman Muiz Olalekan, and I will be a tutor for strategic financial management, which we refer to as SFM in short. So my background, I am actually a science student, but nevertheless, I have been lecturing, teaching for the past 10 years. So putting people through ups and downs and learning new things is actually one of my good purview about life. So I would like by saying welcome to everyone once again, and we'll be discussing about SFM, Strategic Financial Management. Yes, for the guideline being sent to the group for the tutors, the first thing is about introducing one to the entire class. So I will be introducing myself again. My name is Sulaiman Muiz Olalekan, and I will be taking you through strategic financial management. I am a science student. I have a BSc in microbiology, PGD in public health, PGD in microscopy and histology, masters in biotechnology, and a PhD in view. Also, I'm also a chartered accountant, at the same time undergoing my master's in accounting at the moment. So I will be taking you strategic financial management, irrespective of how it is being done, because of being online lectures and not like a normal classroom. But I believe we will be able to get value for our time and even our data we think or we hope we are actually exhausting here. So anytime we have the SFM class, you can actually tell your friends and other people to actually join so that we can have a meaningful and experienced and class. So once again, my name is Sulaiman Muiz Olalekan, and I will be taking you strategic financial management. Yes, I will not lie to you. SFM is one of the most feared courses, especially in professional level in ICANN. But what I used to tell people is, if we can, you can, I can, and everybody can actually pass it. I passed it at a sitting, but that does not mean it is as easy as everybody seems it is. And at the same time, it is not as hard as everyone thinks SFM is. But they have a structure and they have a marking guide, which I will be putting us through together. And my class will actually be an interactive class so that I can actually know that we are actually following. If there is a question, I don't mind any question being asked. Even if I do not have the answer to them today, then definitely, probably in our next class, I can be able to shed more light on it, because nobody is an island of knowledge. So knowledge is something we need to keep getting all the time. And there are some things maybe one is being outdated about it, then we need a continuous learning about it. So once again, my name is Sulaiman Moyus Olalekan, and I'll be taking you through strategic financial management. Please, can somebody just signify they are following me so that I can know people are actually around and not just smoothing without anything, sir? Hello, can I get a signal or an eye from anyone to know that they are actually following me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, Mr. Abdul Wahab. Nice hearing from
Yeah,
you.
no, you're welcome, sir.
Uh-huh. Sister Ifeoluwa. Sister
Good evening, sir.
Ifeoluwa. Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, you are welcome. First Metal, are you here with us?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Gift Samuel, are you also here with us?
Yes, sir. Good
Uh-huh.
evening.
Seidu. Yeah, good evening. Seidu, are you also here with us? Can you hear me?
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, some of you just joined in, and it's a pleasure hearing from all of you once again. I said my name is Sulaiman Muiz Olalekon. For those that are just coming in, and I will be taking us through strategic financial management. So the first thing about SFM we all need to know is we don't need to get scared like everyone has been saying. SFM is hard, SFM is hard. No, I don't want us to have that notion. But at the same time, I want us to have the notion of this is a course that is worth knowing and that is worth getting basic and adequate knowledge about. If we play about SFM, I will not lie to you, it is a course somebody can continue to fail for over a long period of time if one do not get the adequate and basic knowledge on how to actually solve some of these questions and tackle the problem. But it is not as if it is same thing too hard for anyone to be able to do. Just like I used to tell some of my friends and even some of our colleagues that the first thing about me in writing any course or in passing any exam is letting me know the course content or the overview of the course. By knowing the course content or the overview of the course, that gives me an insight about what the course is all about and what I need to focus on. Please, are we all with our pen and paper, our books? Mr. Abdul Wahab.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aha. Yes, Mr. Saidu, gift. Are we all here? Are we listening?
Yes, sir. We're listening.
So I want everyone to write the overview of strategic financial management. It starts with the first one that we'll be discussing in this SFM class. The first one is financial environment. Financial environment. Role of financial managers and money markets. The first one we'll be discussing will be financial environment. Role of financial managers and money markets. Let me come again the third time. Financial environment, role of financial managers and money markets. That is what? 15% of the whole SFM. 15%. It means when we tackle this financial environment, the role of financial managers and money markets, that is 15% of the whole SFM course. 15%. While the second one, we have the business analysis. The business analysis, which is the 30%. Which is the 30%. Business analysis is 30%, which we call what? Valuation standard. Valuation standard. This particular one is what everyone believes SFM is actually all about. That is, how do we do about our valuation of businesses? The valuation of business with different model and everything. So it takes 30% of the SFM. Then the third one, which we call what? Financing decisions. That is 25%. Financing decision is 25% of the whole SFM. Financing decision is 25% of the whole SFM. While we have the fourth one, which is merger and acquisition. merger and acquisition, and organic growth. Merger and acquisition and organic growth. That gives us 15% too. Merger and acquisition and organic growth. That is 15%. Merger and acquisition and organic growth. That's 15%. And we have the last one, the fifth one, which is management of financial risk, 15%. Management of financial risk, 15%. Management of financial risk, 15%. If we add all of these together, 15 plus 30, we'll get 45. 45 plus 25, we'll get 70. 70 plus 15, we'll get 85. 85 plus 15%, we'll get 100%. That is the percentage grading for SFM. Let me come again. SFM, Strategic Financial Management. It is a course on its own, and it is one of the most feared or most one of the most feared courses in ICANN, especially at professional level. Everyone has been hearing it, but for the sake of those that are just coming in, I'm telling them that it is not something that is not doable. It is very doable. I actually passed it at one sitting, and a month before the exam, I'm already done reading the whole of the SFM. I'm practicing the question because I just believe that it is not even hard at all to even solve some of these questions and get through it. But at the same time, we should put it in our mind that it is something that is worth doing and worth knowing. Without knowing them, it makes the basic very hard, and it is something, once you do not get it now, it takes time in the future to also get it. One of the issue about SFM is everything we've been learning, especially at our foundation level, like us that we started from foundation and skill, SFM is trying to bring more light to it. For example, when you are given a particular company and you are given that the cost of capital is 10%, you can see it has been assumed and it has been given to us that it is 10%. Now, it is the work of SFM to now challenge and let us know and calculate why is the cost of capital, why is it even 10%? Why is it not 12%? Why is it not 15%? We have to do a lot of calculations here. And it is a straightforward calculation. But we have to be able to what? To take our time for more practice of questions and more practice and reading from our own end. I said, anytime I want to undergo any course or any plan, what I do is I look for the course outline or the overview of the course. This gives me an insight on how best I am going to what to tackle it. I said SFM is divided into 5. The first one is financial environment and role of financial managers and money market, which is 15% of the course. Then we have business analysis. That is the valuation method and standard. That is 30%. We also have financing decisions. That is 25%. We also have merger and acquisition and organic growth, which is 15%. And we have management of financial risk. That is 15%. When we do all of this, addition of everything together, we must have 100% of the course. It means one of the problem a lot of students used to have is they focus on probably this business analysis, which is 30%, and they leave financing decision, merger and acquisition, financial management of financial risk, and financial environment. They are leaving a whole lot of 70% alone without even touching any of the chapters there. And they focus on business analysis and evaluation. Then at the end of the day, in the exam hall, probably they will only be able to do that business valuation, which is 30%, and they will not be able to get up to 50%. I used to tell our colleague and some of our students that the goal of ICANN is to be able to pass with 50%. But I can tell you authoritatively, anytime you put your mind at scoring 50, you will not get 50. That is what I used to tell people. Anytime you put your mind at scoring 50, you won't get 50. You have to be able to what? To work hard to get at least 70 to 80%. Then when the marker do their own marking and they scale down, they scale up, they do everything, then you can be able to find yourself around that kind 60 or 50 something percent. So that is what I used to tell people. But you looking for the barest minimum, majority of the time, it does not actually work that way. So that is that about introduction to strategic financial management. The 5 key things we need to know about what SFM. So if we have any question before I continue, please, can I get anyone? Any question? Mr. Abdul Wahab.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, are you following me?
I'm following you, sir.
So any questions so far?
Actually, I've already highlighted this same syllabus, the items just mentioned since in the morning, preparing for this lecture.
So that's very nice and very good of you, Mr. Abdul Wahab. It means you are already preparing for the courses and everything. What about you, Mr. Saidu? Mr. Saidu?
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir. I'm
Yes,
following.
I said. What about Fihara and Mr. Olafari? Are you also following us?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, okay, sir. No problem. So let us continue. So on the first one we have, which is the financial environment. We'll be talking about Mr. Olafare, I cannot hear you. Can you repeat what you just said?
I said I'm with you, sir.
Okay, you are with me. So
Hello, sir.
I can hear you.
Yes, I'm with you,
I
sir.
can hear you. Very good, sir. Hope you are able to get all the overview of the SFM I highlighted, the 5 of them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let us continue. I said the first one, which is the financial environment. We'll be talking about the financial environment, the nature and roles of financial market and institution, and the nature and roles of what? Money market. While in the second one, we will be able to also what? Evaluate and give assess value of business. That is the second one, which is business analysis. We'll be talking about what? Evaluation and assess of what? Value of business. How do they value business? Is it based on the assets alone or based on the what? On the market value? We'll be able to know in this particular what? In this particular business analysis. The first one I said it is financial environment and the role of what? Financial environment. The nature and roles of financial market and institution and the what? The money market. Then the second one is the what? Evaluation and assess of what? Value of business. We have the international valuation standard. We have the bond valuation, forecast and what? Evaluation of long-term financial performance. And we also have what? Investment appraisal. Under this particular one, this is where we will have what? This is where we are going to have a lot of what? Calculations about what? Value of a particular business. We'll also be talking about bond valuation. What is bond itself? What are the types of what? Bond valuation and the analysis we have. And we'll also talk about forecasts, evaluation of long-term financial performance and what? Position. Then we'll also talk about what? Investment appraisal. All our investment appraisal in performance what? Management. They will all come again and in a different what? Form in calculating them. Under the financial decision, we will be talking about what? The sources of what? Finance, both the short-term and the long-term financial sources. We'll also talk about estimating cost of what? Capital. That is the WACC. Weighted adjustment what? Weighted average what? Cost of capital, the WACC. We'll also talk about it. We'll also talk about what? Capital structure theories. We'll also talk about what? Financing small and medium-sized entity. Portfolio theory and what? Asset pricing theory. And we'll also be talking about what? Acquisition and merger. How do you acquire a particular company? How do two or more companies merge together? We'll also talk about organic growth and corporate what? Reconstruction and reorganization. This is what happens when we have like a liquidation, or maybe there is a company is being what? Hijacked or something. So we want to see corporate what? Reconstruction. And the last one is what? Currency risk what? Management. The interest rate risk and the what? Valuation option. So this is what? We will be discussing when it comes to what? Strategic financial management. With all this, when we are able to what? To start properly and be able to start the what? The calculations and everything, I hope and pray we'll be able to get everything done even before the what? The due date of the exam, and we can move forward. So tonight, we're just talking about what? The introduction and overview of strategic financial management. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Mr. Saidu? Sister Ifeoluwa, any questions so far?
None from my end.
Okay. Mr. Abdul Wahab, any questions so far?
Yes, there's a question.
Okay.
I know you have your style of adopting the class, but I was just
Okay.
like thinking, if I don't know, I was just a suggestion. If
Okay.
you can adopt maybe the one that has the higher weight first, then now come back
Okay.
to the lower weight.
Okay.
I was just thinking
So,
towards that
okay. No, it is
by the class.
it is actually a very good and nice suggestion, Mr. Abdul Wahab. It is a
Yes,
very good one. There is nothing wrong in starting with the one that
it's
has
analysis.
what? The highest weight, like the business analysis, which is 30%, and the financial decision, which is 25%. That gives us a
Exactly.
total of 55%. No problem. If the class and everyone agrees to that, then we'll start from that.
That's what I'm just thinking anyway.
Okay, no problem. It's actually nice. Yes.
Right.
Mhm. Yes. So since we are just starting for today, I will not want to waste much of our time. So
All right.
what I will do is let us introduce SFM to us in general, just in general terms. We don't need to, maybe what I used to tell people is I'm not a fan of let us look at the textbook definition. Let us look at what is it called? The example given to us by this. No, I believe even from ourselves, if we try and what understand some things in our own way, then anytime, any day, we can be able to what to respond to it, to accept it in our own way than cramming a particular formula or cramming a particular
Question.
word for word, something like that. I don't actually believe in them. But if we actually understand the concept, then going back after understanding the concept to now actually like cram some formula or cram some words, it will be much easier when you already understand than cramming from the beginning without actually understanding it. So today I will be asking, can anyone tell us the meaning of even strategic financial management? What does strategic financial management actually means to you as a person? Because one of the things I used to tell majority of my students is the first thing about any course is you understanding the basic of the course itself first before even going to what the course actually entails. Somebody that does not understand the meaning of performance management, how can he be able to understand what is being done in performance management? Someone that do not understand the meaning or essence of what? Strategic financial management. How is he going to be able to understand all the financial environment, business analysis, and financial decision? He will just be learning the topic without actually understanding what is being needed or being asked of him or her. So I will start from the words one after the other. This is how I used to do most of my lecture. The first one is strategic. From the word strategic, what does it mean? From a layman position, strategic, it will be telling you, I'm trying to define a means. Somebody will also tell you, strategic also means you looking for a different way or a different path at solving something or a particular problem. So you say that's strategic for you. You say, I'm looking for a particular strategy on doing this particular thing. It means you are looking for a way or a solution to a particular word, to a particular problem. And that is where the word strategic actually what comes in. So in more of what an accounting what terms, it is believed that strategic means the ability to what? To plan for a what? A long-term purpose. In accounting, we have three words that go hand in hand. The first one is what? Strategic. The second one is what? Tactical. While the last one is what? Operational. You see these three words, they go hand in hand in majority of the time. One person has to be the one that will plan. That is the word strategic, long-term achievement of a particular thing. Why the what? The tactical are those that what? Interpret the strategic ways which somebody already bring out and put it in a more ways in which it can be done. Why the last one is the what? Operational. All these things in theoretical form, you people, you are saying, we now need somebody that will be able to carry out that work. We need somebody that will need to be able to carry out that work in order to be able to what? To achieve that aim. And that is where the word strategic actually comes in. When we are talking about what? Strategic financial what? Management. The first word there is what? Strategic. Like I said, for those that are just joining us, strategic means to find a way, to find solution, and to what? To devise a means of getting things done. So this strategic actually means what? A long-term planning. Strategic is for what? Is for long-term planning, not for a short-term. If you are looking for a short-term decision, you don't need a what? A strategic planning. Because a strategic planning can plan for like 3, 4, 5 years. And they have their what? Their means or ways of what? Of achieving what? This particular what? Particular objectives. And as we all know, as an accountant, one of the what? The objectives of what? Of a business is to what? Is to make money. The first one is the what? Is to make money. That is first. The second one is to what? Is to increase the shareholders what? Shareholders wealth. If it is what? If it is non-profit what? Organization. So it is those ones that look for what? They are not after the profit being gained, but what they do is what? They understand what we call what? Value for what? For money, which we call what? Value for money. That is what they do in general. So in strategic, it is a way in which the what? The management of a what? Of a company do a what we call a what? A long-term plan. Why the second word in the what? In the strategic financial what? Management. The second one is what? Financial. Financial, it means what? Anything relating to what? Finance. Anything relating to what? To finance. So this anything relating to finance actually means what? Our money. Either in a what? In a long term, in a short term, your receipt, your revenue, how this what? This money is being what? Injected in a particular company, how it is being spent, and everything. That is what? Anything relating to what? Finance is what we refer to as what? Financial. And the last one is what? Management. When it comes to management, management means to what? To oversee, at the same time to what? To control. If you are managing something, it means you must be able to what? To have a full access to it. At the same time, you must be able to control what is actually going on in that particular what? Organization. That is why they now call it what? Strategic financial what? Management. Strategic financial management is the what? Is it now a what? A long-term planning that involves our what? Our financial, which is money, which must be what? Managed, controlled, and be accessed to by the what? By the management. It means everything we'll be doing in this particular course is not about what will happen today. It's about what? Something that will happen in the what? In the future. And now it is the best time to plan against the what? The future. That is why they call you a what? A strategic financial what? Accountant. You must be able to tell us today in the Nigeria market, how much is a dollar? A dollar is 1,600 or 1,700. What will happen? You must be able to forecast the what? The market as at today, and be able to give good financial what? Advice to a particular company on what will happen in the next 1 month or 2 months, irrespective of you not knowing, but you should be able to what? To give advice on them. That is why they call you a what? Financial what? Advisor. And with strategic financial management, this is what we will be doing all the time. The first one, which is what? Financial what? Environment, role of financial manager. This is where you'll be able to know your role as a financial manager, what and what is expected of you in a particular what? Organization or company. You cannot tell us you are a chartered accountant and you are in a particular company and they are to what? To purchase a particular goods either from the country or outside of the country, and you cannot advise the what? The organization on as at when to be able to get that product and when not to be able to what? To get the products. We have to be what? Conversant with not only our what? The Nigeria aspect economy, but also the what? The economy outside of Nigeria, so that we can be able to what? To give financial what? Advices. I used to work with a what? With an oil and gas company one time, and there is this particular what? Particular information that the company got in time during this subsidy era and a lot of things. So the company, being people having information about a particular thing, they bought the product in what? In excess at that moment for a what? For a cheaper price, and they allow it. Then the next 1 week, then the market what? Goes up. The company generated billions of naira from that what? From that forecast. And this is able to what? To happen due to what? Financial what? The financial what? Managers they have at that period of time. Everybody was giving bonuses and everything because they were able to secure one of the best deal among the what? The oil and gas company in Nigeria. That is the role of a what? Financial what? Manager. Not only about that, as a financial manager, we must be able to be what? To be good when it comes to what? Business analysis. You must be able to what? To value a particular business very well, either in terms of what? Acquisition or what? Or merger. You must be able to give what? Financial decision about a particular, either being a product or being a business or any other thing your company is what? Is doing. As a what? Financial what? Managers, you should be able to give what? Good and what? And strategic what? Financial what? Decision about it. At the same time, one of the most important thing about a what? A strategic financial manager is to be able to what? To manage what? Financial risk. Nobody wants to lose in a particular business. Everybody wants to gain. But it now depends on you as a financial manager to be able to what? To manage the what? The risk of a particular what? Of a particular company. So as you can see from this strategic financial management that I have just explained, you can see that all their work is all about a what? A long-term approach to what? To financial. At the same time, you should be able to have what? Access and what? And control. You can see how I link the definition of what? Strategic financial management to all the 5 overview which the ICANN syllabus gave. The financial environment, the business analysis, merger and acquisition, financial decision, and what? Management of financial what? Financial risk. So anytime you are solving a particular question in what? In SFM, what should be at the what? At the back of your mind is what? What I'm solving now is not for today solution. It is for what? It is for future, a long term. That is why it is called strategic financial what? Management. They did not call it tactical and they did not call it operational financial management. They call it what? Strategic. Strategic is for what? A long-term period planning. And at the end of the day, after planning and getting everything, one particular thing is what? Always important after planning. No matter how much you plan, at the end of the day, one particular thing is essential and it is important to you. And what this is what we refer to as what? Evaluation of performance. It means no matter how much you plan, yes, I'll be reading 10 hours in a day. I'll be reading 5 hours. I can't say their question is hard. I will also try my possible best. At the end of the day, when the result comes out, that is when we evaluate your performance on all this your plan you have been planning. The same thing with what? Strategic what? Financial what? Management. At the end of the planning you are doing and every calculation you are doing, at the end of the day, you must be able to what? Evaluate the what? The performance. Is what you are doing actually right? What you are doing, is it actually giving us what is needed to be done? Is the objectives or the goal of the what? The plan, that strategic planning you are doing, is it actually being achieved or not? And at the end of the day, when writing, I think when we get there, I will tell you some tips and some things on how to actually solve a particular question and what to write at the end of the what? Each question, so that it will not be as if I just finished solving. I used to tell people, after you solve a particular question, that is not all about the question. An examiner is the one to what? To determine whether you are on the right path or you are not on the right path in a particular what? Exam. That is why ICANN will tell you, they did not ask you to answer all. They said attempt. When you attempt a particular question in SFM, you should be able to give a conclusion on what you have actually done. Some of your calculation may not actually be okay and right, but your conclusion may actually be the one that will be a saving grace for you at the end. It's just like somebody preparing a particular ratio of a company. Yes, you prepare the ratio. This profitability, it has increased from what? 5% to 20%. Yes, a good examiner will clap for you and said, yes, you've done the calculation. But you've not passed an information to an ordinary person. You've not passed information to the general public that actually needs this information. It is now time for you, after calculating, to now tell them that it means so far the profit is what? Increasing. It means the company is making more sales. And that will give the what? The investor that want to invest in it a guarantee that even if I invest in this particular company, it means the company is what? Is actually making what? Sales. That is what? They are making sales on an everyday basis. And this is one of the reasons they are what? Their profit is what? Is moving on. It means there is market for that your particular what? Product. By writing this one, you are not only telling the what? The examiner, you know how to calculate, but you have also what? Interpreted to the what? Examiner, at the same time to other layman in the what? In the industry, that yes, this particular company is actually making profit, and this is one of the reasons that could have what? Make sure that they are what? They are making profit, and this is happening. And this is one of the what? The tips I'm sharing to you guys tonight about what? SFM. So anytime you solve a particular question, there is more to the question than just leaving it and going. You have to be able to like what? Convince the examiner. Even though some of your calculation may not be 100% right, but you actually give the examiner what? A reason to actually give you 1 or 2 marks for actually understanding and getting this particular question right. So any question so far about what? Strategic financial management, just the overview that I've discussed. If you have any addition or you have any question to ask about it, please, this is your time to actually ask. Mr. Saidu, are you with us?
I'm with you, sir.
Yes. Any question?
No question for now, sir.
Yes. Do you understand my strategic financial management and how I link it with the whole 5?
Yes, sir.
Sister Zainab, are you with us?
Yes, sir, I'm with you, sir.
Yes. Do you understand the meaning of the strategic financial management now?
Yes, I do, sir.
I said the strategic there, that it is for what? Long-term planning. It is not the same thing as tactical, and it is not the same thing as operational. The word is strategic. That is, one has to have planned for a long period of time. As one is planning for a long period of time, at the same time, that planning must have a particular goal or objectives to be achieved. Now, the essence of the word financials there, they are letting us know that everything you are planning on is all about what? Your financials, your accounts, your business analysis, merger and acquisition, anything that involves what? Money and your finance. That is what you are trying to what? To plan. At the same time, since it is for a long period of what? Of time, you have to be what? Assessing it and be able to what? Manage and control it. And that is where the what? Management actually comes from. Because when something is not going right and we have a good management, they will quickly come at the right time to what? To change 1 or 2 things early on before things actually go bad. And that is the essence of what? Monitoring and what? Management. Control. You have to be able to what? To control and monitor these things as it is going, so that your desired objectives can be what? Can be achieved. And that is where we now have the what? Performance. You have to evaluate your performance probably after some month or some years to see if you are still on the right part of this your what? Your long-term goal or what? Or it is not going to what? To surface. Yes. Mr. Edwin, are you with us? Mr. Edwin, are you with us? Sister Fumilola, are you with us? Sister Fumilola, are you with us? It's like some of us, we just put this on hold and probably we are doing something else. Yes. Mr. Saidu, hope all is well from your own end.
I'm with
Mr.
you, sir.
Saidu.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mr. Olafari,
I'm
hope
with
you
you, sir.
understand. I hope you
Yes,
understand
sir.
the strategic financial management I'm discussing.
Yes, sir. Perfectly, sir.
So you can see how the strategic financial what? Management as a strategic financial accountant or manager, you see how it relates to all of these, the overview, the financial
Yes, sir.
environment, the business analysis, financial
Yes, sir.
decision, and what? Financial what? Risk.
Yes, sir.
In any organization, they are always what? At the neck of
I'm
what?
with you, sir. I'm with you,
Accountants.
sir. Sorry, I'll be trying to adjust my mic. I'm with you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Edwin, do
Apologies.
you understand? Do you understand our strategic financial management?
Yes, though I joined a little bit late, but I think I followed much.
Okay. Yes. I said on the strategic actually means a long-term goal or plan
Yeah.
in which we actually set for ourselves.
Okay, sir.
And this strategic, it is not tactical and it is not operational. I try to explain the theory. Strategic is for long term. While this strategic, it has to be breaking down so that tactical people we now what? We now start doing them for what? For a short term. Then we now have what we call what? A day-to-day what? Operational analysis. Those are those people at the what? At the bottom that are actually doing the day-to-day activities. Majority of this strategic, it actually happens at the what? At the top level management. They are the ones that knows what they want their company to be in the next 5 or 10 years. They draw out the plan and give it to the tactical what? Managers to look at it and what? And also follow some of these, their blueprint. Then the tactical manager will now send it to the operational manager so that they can be doing it on a daily basis. And at the end of the day, the manager at the tops, they have to be what? They have to be in total and optimal control of both the what? The tactical and the what? Operational, to make sure that they are following their blueprints and everything is going as planned the way they want. So that is one of the essence of what? Strategic financial what? Management. It is not strategic financial management. It is for what? It is actually for the what? For long-term what? For long-term basis. And if you check, it is started from what? Management information. Like some of us that started from what? From foundation. We will know the first one in foundation is what? Management information. Then the course actually moves again to what? Performance management. Then from performance management, it now moves to the what? To the big one, which we record to what? Strategic financial what? Management. And just like what they said recently, that CSME, which is the Corporate Strategic Management and Ethics, we now actually try to be what? To be matched together with what? With SFM. So even though some of us have already passed what? CSME in our what? In our skill level, we will still have to what? To still get 1 or 2 knowledge of what? CSME on what? On this what? SFM. So I hope and I pray, as much as we are able to what? To get this strategic financial management kick-started, then we will look for some times and some days in which we are going to what? To brush through our what? Corporate strategic management and ethics too, so that we can have optimum what? Knowledge about what is needed and what is expected from us. So Mr. Abdul Wahab actually suggested earlier that since I've already given you the weight of how the SFM is going to be, that is the financial environment, it is just 15%, business analysis is 30%, financial decision is 25%, merger and acquisition is 15%, and management of financial risk is 15%. Mr. Abdul Wahab suggested that why not let us start with what? With business analysis first, which is the what? The 30%, that we should start with the ones that have the what? The higher weight first. Then we can now move to the what? To the lower ones. I said, no problem about that. The most important thing is we all get all these things done and we are able to what? To understand it. So by God's grace, if we all agree to it, we will leave the room for question and answer in the next, let's say, 1 minute. Then if we all agree on this particular suggestion, then let us start from the one that has the highest weight. Then I think in our next class, we'll start from the what? From there, which is what? Cost of what? Capital, which is one of the most what? Important and one of the what? The beginning and the basic of what? Of the business valuation. Because without knowing the what? The cost of capital, I don't think you can go anywhere in what? In SFM. So if we all agreed on that, then we'll start with cost of capital. What is the meaning of cost of capital? What is financial what? Decision? What are the factors determining the what? The cost of capital? What are the components of what? Cost of what? Of capital? What does K means? What does risk-free rate actually means? What does risk premium means? What does a lot of this means? Mr. Saidu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see you raise up your hand. You have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay. I'm listening.
So, on what Mr. Abdulwahab said, I feel like
Yes.
it shouldn't be like that because SFM requires arrangement. It's
Exactly.
not. It shouldn't be based on waiting because there are some things that we need to know before knowing the next thing. So that's my own suggestion, sure.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Abdulwahab.
I'm with you.
Yes, you've had another suggestion.
Yes, I'm listening.
So he is saying, since the course is structured in such a way that it goes, so they don't want to just like let us jump this particular what aspect and move to another particular aspect, because they are believing probably from my own end it is actually linked together in one way or the other. And from everything I have done here, because I have let's say a complete note of SFM right here with me, including even some of the calculation we will go about them. All in all things being equal, from where I am now, I'm trying to open to the last part of the note. And me, I can tell you, this is my own note I used when I was preparing for the course. I will not lie to you. I have here the total of 26 chapters. It means I covered it from post to post. That's what me I will tell you. I am actually one of, let me say, one of the few students that actually I don't say maybe I like to read like that, but I can literally tell you I've actually go through majority of all these packs and read them from post to post, and not just reading for reading sake. I actually take my time in actually reading a lot of them. So if you check, you will see the chapters ended in, I think, chapter 30. If you look at them, they ended in chapter 30. And I have here complete notes that goes on to at least chapter 26. I think it remains just only 4. And the remaining 4 is because they have been merged together. Some of them are interwoven. I think that's the reason I merged them together. But I have 1 to 26 here with me. And if we want to start, we start with what? I've started with 1 today, which is from the beginning, which is introduction. Then the next one is just financial environment and the role of financial managers. What happened? What is agency theory, the strategic planning and control, and all those ones. Then after that, the next available one, then it is cost of capital. So that 15% is not that much, that financial management. So probably one more class, we can be able to to finish this financial environment and role of financial management. Then the next one after that, then it is calculation proper. Then this one, it is when we will be asking everybody to be writing down, and we'll be we'll be following each other one after the other. So if we can still go in that pace, I think since we have much time, and this is just August, we still have September, we have October. This is just August, September, and October. We still have like 3 good months to go. I think we should be able to do something more and more and more and more meaningful as we go on. Do you get me, Mr. Abdul Wahab?
I'm with you, sir. It's just
So
that I've written SFM twice, and I know the reason why I suggested something like that. But
okay.
it's all right. There's no
Okay.
problem with.
Okay, but don't
that.
worry, Mr. Bohab. You see this cost of capital and all these beta factor that they used to ask, and some of the question, we actually work it out together, and we will solve this question one after the other. Majority of some of these questions in ICAM Pack, we've actually solved majority of them together with some of our tutors and even when we were lecturing and everything. So some of them is something some of us we even understand it even much better. So like the capital budgeting and some of these calculations of cost of capital, NPV, investment appraisal technique, the advanced one and the other ones, then we can be able to what to go through them one after the other again and see how best we can. But the most important thing is coming to the lecture on time and we able to what to ask question when we do not understand a particular aspect. The essence of this meeting is so that we can be able to what to understand and get value for our what for our time and what our resources we are putting in. We don't just want it to be just okay. I just want to attend and I attend, and at the end of the day, going home without getting anything is not what we intend in this particular course. So as I'm saying again, that strategic financial management is for long-term decision of our financials, and someone has to monitor, control, and manage it. So that is the essence of it. So anything we are saying here must be about how we are able to to deal with a long-term issue, at the same time how we are able to to fix anything in the long term. But when we are still at the present, all these money market and all these cryptocurrency and everything will be discussed here too. You also gain an insight on how all of these things is being calculated. When you have money in naira and you want to pay a particular person in another country with another currency, there are ways in which you are going to to calculate it. If you have another company that are also in UK and you want to pay somebody in UK, do you need to convert naira again? Why not use that money in UK to pay those persons? So all of this, the financial risk, everything will all be discussed here one after the other by God's grace. So any question, please? The class is over for now. The introductory aspect, then we open the floor for any question we all have. Sister Zainab, Seidu, Ene, Sister Fumilola, Sister Ekpebinu, Edwin, Mr. Razak, yes, First Metal. If we have any question regarding anything we've said tonight, please let us know. One after the other, please. Mr. Saidu, you are the first on my list here. Mr. Saidu, any question?
Question, sir.
No question. And you get everything we've discussed tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's good to hear. Sister Zainab, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yes. Do you understand the meaning of strategic financial management and the way we are able to link it with the overview of the costs?
Yes, I do. I got the explanation.
So that's good to hear. Ene,
Hello, sir. Yeah, everything. So I got everything well.
and you understand how we are able to link it with the overview of the 5 major things: the financial decision, the risks, the business valuation, the business analysis, and the role of a financial manager. These are the 5 merger and acquisition. These are the 5 things we are going to be discussing extensively in this particular SFM. Hope you understand very well.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Abdulwahab, I know you have been going very well with us. So, and I really appreciate your contribution in the class too. So, hope you understand how we link everything together, sir.
In fact, you simplify the whole thing.
Doctor, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful to hear that from you. And me, I'm telling you, don't worry. This time around, by God's grace, this will be our final moment and everything. Any question you do not understand in this particular one, me, I can tell you authoritatively. Just ask me any question. I will be able to tell you what is happening, and not only telling you this is what happening. I will tell you where the examiner is trying to what? To bring a, let me say, a pitfall for students. They know what they are doing. There are sometimes the examiner is always silent on some things, but they just want the student to what? To assume themselves so that they can what? They can assume wrong. One of the things I do most is probably after reading, I look at a particular question. After solving it, I look at the examiner's comment on it, and I look at the pitfall they said the student actually what? Do not understand, or the particular mistake the students they are actually doing. One of the things I've read about SFM is majority of us, we do not even understand what the examiner is requiring from us. We just want to solve. And that is the problem with SFM. It is not just about, I want to solve. During our own time, there is not even single cost of capital in the question during that year. No single cost of capital in that diet. Then people that has already what put all their mind on cost of capital, I'm looking for better, I'm looking for risk-free. They were just sitting without having anything to do because there is no way they can do anything because they only came to the exam all with one notion, which is cost of capital and no cost of capital. It was investment appraisal that come out, bond analysis came out, the financial risk currency, it came out, and we also have one other one that came out, and people were not able to tackle them because they only focus all their energy on one particular aspect. So that is one of the reasons I used to put out the weight out for the students. See how important they are and how best you can be able to what to get them done. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Wahab. By God's grace, we'll be much familiar with ourselves more than this, and we'll see progress by God's grace.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. Sister Fumilola, are you with us? Sister Fumilola, are you with us? Okay. Sister Epebinu, are you there? Yes. First Meta, are you there with us? First Meta. Edwin.
Yeah, I'm still here, sir.
Yes, Mr. Edwin, do you understand everything we discussed today?
I enjoyed the class, seriously.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I am really grateful for that. And by God's grace, you also enjoy more and more and more of the class. I just want us to be more attentive. And if there is any question we do not understand about a particular thing in this course, please bring me back. I don't mind repeating myself 10,000 times. The most important thing is you understand a particular thing is better. Knowing one thing is even more better than not knowing 500 at the same time. Even if it is 3 things we are able to get here and we get to the exam, we can solve it. I think it's even more better than we touch almost all of them and you go to the exam, you cannot even attempt one correctly. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Edwin. Yes, Mr. Razak, are you with us? Mr. Razak, are you with us?
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Mr. Razak, I think you came a little bit late.
Yes.
But did you get anything from what you've said so far?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes. We are talking about strategic financial management, one of the most feared courses in ICANN. But I'm telling you, as much as it is feared, there are 3 things we should be able to know about it. Is that you can, I can, and we can. All of us, we can be able to do it. And at the same time is we just need to understand the overview. What is this SFM trying to say? Every question is telling a particular story. That's what I used to tell my students. Every question is telling a particular story. It now depends on you to be able to know what is this question? What is the story is telling you? When you see a particular question, I tell people, don't even read the question. Go to the requirements immediately. You have to look for cost of capital, then go back to the question. It is only then you can now be able to what? To read with the requirement at mind. Because the issue I've seen is people just want to read the question. When you read the question, you'll be seeing different figures, different things, and you don't even know what to do about them. But once you read the requirement of something first, okay, somebody said you have what? Figures of what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, plenty figures in your front. 1, 3, 7, 2, 3, 9, 7, 8. And you are now reading the figures first. But if you look at the instruction they gave you, that add the odd numbers alone, then you can now go back to the number. The moment you see 1, which you know is odd number, you just pick it. You know 2 is not your problem. Then you pick 3 again. You know 4 is not part of your problem. You pick 5. That is how we work in what? In ICANN and in SFM. You don't read the question first. What you read to read is the what? Requirement. It is when you now have the requirement at heart, then you can now go back to the question. And once you are now reading the question, that requirement you already have at the frame of your mind will now shape how you read the question and what you need to do in a particular question. But some of us will have been reading the question, even to the half part. We don't even know what this question is going to tell us to do, or what you will see 3 or 4 figures. Either you need them to work or you don't need them to work. You don't even know. Just like the example I gave you now. The moment you know it is odd number you are looking for, as you see 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 12, you know, I don't need all of this. It's only 9 I need. It's only this one. If it is prime number, they ask you to do number that can only be divided by itself and 1. 1, 3, 5, 7. You know, 9 is not part of it. 11. That is how you'll be able to get and what? Remove unnecessary data. The ICANN, they intentionally put some data inside a particular work that you do not need. They want to know if actually you understand and you know how to actually use some of these data or not. That is one of they could have even given us only the data we need, but they intentionally to test our knowledge and our ability on them. You are welcome, Mr. Razak. So
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Any other question?
Okay, so sorry, sir. Can I just chip in something?
Yes, no problem.
So I'm actually one of the tutor, and I'm supposed to be supporting maybe where you are not available and all those things. So, and second, and I believe that regardless of whether someone is qualified and if there is an opportunity to still recap what has been done in the past, I think there is no crime in that. So that's why I just intentionally joined the class. So, but sorry, sir, Mr. Muiz, before you go ahead, let me just try and chip in 1 or 2 things to our fellow students. So what I just want to say is that for some of us who will be writing SFM with other courses, this is just an advice, right? So because, you know, sometimes experience is actually the best teacher in life. And most of the time, what I think is actually our major challenge most of the time is that we sometimes underestimate some courses, thinking that SFM is the demon among all the courses. Fine, everybody understands that SFM is the demon, but we should not now use the whole time for SFM thinking that maybe when it is 2 weeks to the exam, I'll be able to cope, I'll be able to quickly sort the exam out, and the remaining courses out. Before we know it, we just see that the time is not on our side. So I'm going to use my own personal experience when I was writing SFM with taxation. And I believe that Mr. Muiz can actually bear me witness that in professional, one of the courses in professional that is very easier to pass, as in, let me say, 90% easier to pass, is taxation. But it is that taxation that I failed and I passed SFM. And what really caused it was because I put all my energy on SFM, thinking that, so after all, I was working in professional service firm. I believe that, and I've also understood how taxation works on some of these. And one thing is that in practical is actually different from academics sometimes. You just realize that what you think you are doing in practice, that's fine. Not that maybe you cannot bring in the experience of practice into a professional, but sometimes it really goes beyond that, because there will be some salient things that the examiner will actually be expecting from you, but you may just overlook it, that it's not really necessary. So why I'm just saying this in essence is that if we are not writing only SFM, because I have a colleague at the office who has passed SFM, as he wrote SFM with some courses, he passed SFM, he failed the CR. Now he wrote the CR again, he still failed. So that is for us to understand that no course is should be underestimated. So fine, the thing is just that we may give more credence to SFM. Maybe we can say that, okay, instead of me using 80-20 on SFM and 20% time on the other course, it would be advisable if you can just do maybe like 60-40, or at worst we can now do maybe 65-35. But I'm just imploring us that we should not just channel all our energy alone on SFM, for the fact that if we'll be writing any other paper alongside with SFM. So that is just my 1 cent advice. Thank you, Mr. Moise. You can continue.
Mr. Razak, I am very, very happy the way you speak, and I'm even happy I have like minds that will also be joining me in tutoring and mentoring the student on this SFM. I'm really happy and I'm really glad about it. Yes, please, just what Mr. Razak actually said. Please and please don't put all your energy on one particular course in general. Just like I have told you, I actually wrote all the 5 at the same time. I will not lie to you. I did not put SFM as one of the most hardest, because I've always been hearing it from people. And just like I told you, I'm actually a science student. So I started from foundation. So we were the real students, if I can say, because we started from the beginning. But I will tell you, at the last stage, I did all the 5 at the same time, and I was lucky enough to pass 4 at a goal. I passed both the CR, the taxation, audit, and SFM at a go. The only thing I will tell you is I underestimate case study, because I just believe within me, even without reading case study, I can explain and tell you what case study is all about and how it is, until the result came out and I passed 4 out of 5. I never believed I would fail case study. Although in my own mind, I know I may not do too well, but I underestimate case study. I underestimate it a lot. And I think that's one of the reasons. If I'd actually put the same time and energy I put in the remaining 4, I will have passed everything at once and qualified immediately at once. But one thing in life is, when others have gone through a particular step and stage in life, and they are now telling you this is what and what you need to do, don't just look at it as if who even send you people advice, who ask you to give us. No, we are just telling you a possible way in which you can actually follow, and this can actually lead to what? To success. Please, SFM is just the same thing as you passing case study. It's the same thing as you passing the CR. It's the same thing as you passing the what? Taxation. You just have to give it what? Equal amount of what? Of time and what? And energy. We are not saying you should not put more focus on what? But don't put all your eggs in what? In one basket. Some people will tell you it's better you even have SFM to rewrite than to now get stuck in what? In Because some people, once they have issue with what? SFM or this, it will start affecting all other what? All other courses, and some of them have change of heart and a lot of things to battle with. So I think that's my own 1% too about the whole focusing issue. So if we have any other question, please, we can actually ask and we can call it a day. Josephine, I think you have been coming in and going out, ma. Josephine. So any other question? Mr. Abdulwahab, any other question? Edwin, any other question?
Mine is hello. Hello, Mr. Mavis.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, mine is not really a question though. Mine is just an appreciation to you and Mr. Razak for the encouragement you just dropped in.
Okay.
It lifted my spirit.
Okay.
Lifted my spirit. I was even thinking of writing 2 or 3, but since you just mentioned the way the experience you have given drop now, it's even making me to prepare for the 5 courses. It's really encouraging. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Mr. Edwin. I actually used to tell a lot of our students, if you have the time, that's number one. You have the time. At the same time, you have the resources to pay. I believe it's better you even write everything at once. But we cannot push it to everybody because we all know our capability and how well we do. But if it is left to me, I will tell everybody, see, in ICANN, there's nothing like I fail. No. The moment you stop writing ICANN and you did not qualify, it is that moment you can say you fail. But so far you are still writing and you still have it in mind and you are still attempting it all the time. Me, I'm telling you, you are a changed person. And I can even categorically tell you, the more you write, the more better you are at it. That is one thing I can tell you. The more you write, the more better you get at it. One thing about ICANN is you don't fail. You cannot fail in ICANN because you've actually tried your possible best in reading. They are just telling you that your preparation is not just enough at this attempt, at this diet. Try again in the next diet with more preparation, and that is what they are letting you know. It's not as if you fail. You cannot fail because the person that failed is somebody that you cannot even have any other means to even say, I've learned something in this particular thing. Anytime somebody fail a particular course, the person cannot come out and tell me he has completely failed because he has learned 1 or 2 things from it. What he just needs to do is to go back again, re-strategize and go back. And I used to tell people, ICANN is not something you just start and you just think, if I did not pass this diet, I will quit. There's nothing like quitting. Since you started, I believe by God's grace, we will all finish and we will all become qualified and we will all become chartered. Please, let your spirit be more lifted, and by God's grace, everything will all come to pass. Even now, you are already now in professional, and we hope and we pray for you that by the time you are writing this 2025 November diet, when the results will be out, we'll all be singing praises of God and be thanking God for everything. So, any other question, Mr. Abdulwahab?
No question, sir. Just that I've relaxed for quite a while now. For like 2 years, I've not written. But I appreciate everything.
Okay. Mr. Abdulwahab, my late uncle used to tell me that no matter what happens, only if it is financial issues, because we all understand that one. That's the only reason why you should not write. It is only for financial reason. It will only be the reason why you should not write. We said, what if you did not prepare? Voila, he told me, even if you did not prepare, how sure are you have not even prepared? That so far you write a particular course, this diet, and you did not pass. The next diet, even if you did not read anything, you are already prepared because you've gone through the pain of reading and preparing before. to go through again should not be that hard for you. It is just left for you to what? To be more focused this particular time. That is what he told me. When a result came out, he would just tell me, anytime I explain to him, he would tell me, I believe you've passed this particular paper, because the way you are even explaining this to me, if I'm the examiner, I will pass you. But there will be sometimes I will explain to him about the particular course. He will not even say anything. Until the result came out, he will now tell me that, you see, I kept quiet, because when you are too full of yourself, thinking you've done better in I can tell you, it means you have actually go there and go and write a lot of rubbish. But when you come out and you start doubting yourself, do I actually write well? Is what I write enough? It means you actually understand the question and you've actually what? Put in a lot of effort yourself. Anytime you see I can question being simple, I used to tell people you have to be very careful of that kind of question. Reread it and be sure that it's actually what it meant. Last night, some of our students are telling me that public sector, the question is too simple. They even define some things at the first page of the public sector page, and they see ask, what is that particular thing? I said, ICANN is baiting you people. But a lot of people have actually what? Fall into that bait. They are writing the same definition they saw on it. They are quickly doing it. And when the result came out, public sector also has one of the lowest courses people actually passed again this last night. I was telling them, you can see what I was telling you. Anytime a question is simple in ICANN, it is a bait. They just want to see. They have put a little what icing on the cake, and everybody is trying to quickly lick it without knowing that there is even more to the question. So it is just good attempts ICANN actually need. You don't need to solve all. Just like I used to tell people, a good attempt on a good day is enough to pass. And let's remove our mind from I'm looking for 50%. No. Aim high. When you aim high for like 80, 90, that is when you can even get, let's say, like 60, 70, or 50. But when somebody is aiming for 50 and he did not get the 50, he's coming back. That is what I used to tell people. Let's aim for the sky, and by God's grace, all will be well. Mr. Brohab, please let us put it in mind this time around. By God's grace, all will be well. Please let us write and let us prepare and let us be focused. Allah will see us through by God's grace.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. You are welcome. So I think in the absence of any other question, we'll call it a day, and we'll meet in our next class by discussing the financial environment, the money market, and the role of a financial manager. Then after that, we can now start with proper SFM, which is cost of capital, valuation, business, merger and acquisition. So in the absence of any other question, have a wonderful night rest.
Good night,
Thank you so much. Good night.